Hello, everyone. We are the Anime Normies, and we are back after a very long hiatus. Sorry about that. I'm Anthony,
And I'm Anna.
and a lot of things have happened since our last episode. More recently, we just got back from a 13-day trip to Japan.
Yes, it was awesome.
Yeah, we went to Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, and it lived up to the hype.
I love Japan.
It was Anna's very first time overseas.
Mm-hmm.
You want to share with us how you felt about that?
I'd never one bit out of the country, and so we also went really far out of the country.
Yeah.
It was like a 17-hour flight for us. I've never been on a plane so long in my entire life.
And your first impression of Japan when we landed?
Awesome. It was amazing. Dude, you walk literally 25,000 steps a day. I thought some of that, I saw TikToks about it where it's like, my feet hurt in Japan and we just walked 20,000 steps. I'm like, okay, does everyone walk that far? Yeah, you do. You walk far. My toenails turned black from the bruises.
The humidity on top of all that walking too was really bad.
It was so hot. I mean, we went in June, so we kind of expected it, but it was pretty hot. I couldn't imagine going in July or August.
And any highlights or any favorite moments from the trip?
Oh my gosh, yeah, of course. The food is amazing. The shopping is amazing. The history and the temples and the historical sites and landmarks are all just absolutely gorgeous. Everyone's so nice. Their subway system is so clean and so efficient.
I think one of my favorite moments, and I think you even probably loved it more than me, is the fact that we went to the stairs, the infamous stairs.
Yeah, so
in the movie Your Name.
Yeah, one of my favorite movies is Your Name. Literally, I love that movie so much. And we went to those stairs, and it's not in a very touristy area. It's kind of off the beaten path, and it was just so magical. It was just the magic in the moment was everything I had hoped it was going to be. And very luckily when we went, it was pretty early, so there really wasn't a lot of people there. I don't know if it gets busy. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But when we were there, it was early, and there was maybe 3 couples there just kind of hanging out, taking pictures.
Tokyo is really densely populated, so it can be very overwhelming. But when we made it to the stairs, like you said, there weren't very many people there, so it was kind of nice to have just that moment and that time to ourselves to just kind of really just have some. It was quiet too because it was by a Shinto shrine, so it was really quiet, really nice to just have that after all the walking that we did, all the noise and all the crowds.
I mean, we literally went from the streets of Shibuya. Shibuya Crossing is insane. There's so many people there. It's crazy. I actually barely could see the crosswalk because it's a sea of people just crossing at once. But then very next day we went to this kind of smaller, quieter area.
For us as tourists, it's this is such a iconic place, or it's not a monument, but this is just a normal set of stairs that people use on their normal commute to work.
And we found these people that were taking videos by all of the little landmarks leading up to the stairs from the movie, and they were literally playing the song, and I was oh, my fellow comrades out here.
Yeah, the 4 other people that were there were also there for the same reason as us. They were clearly fans of they were posing just like the movie poster for Your Name. They were playing the music, like you said. So everyone that was there for the same reason, which is kind of funny.
It was so nice. Because it was just me and Anthony. And so some woman was very nice and was oh, I'll take a picture of you guys on the stairs. And she waited for us to get into position. She knew what we were trying to do. They were so nice. And she totally understood the assignment.
And the weather was great for it too. A city that just doesn't even it seems like a different planet, different world, honestly.
The shopping there is crazy. Oh my gosh, all their stores are really chaotic but awesome at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody that goes to Japan knows Don Quixote is amazing and terrifying at the exact same time. There's just so much going on. It's always packed, but there's gems there. Yeah. I got so much good stuff at Don Quixote.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back, honestly. We talk about going back we were talking about going back to Japan while we were in Japan. And the food quality is consistent and it's reasonably priced. You honestly couldn't go wrong just like going to some random shop and getting a good bowl of ramen or whatever.
You could walk into literally any random alleyway, street vendor selling whatever on the street, and it's like the best food I ever had. Well, anyway, great trip. We're planning on going back.
You guys
as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So today's episode, we're going to be talking about Cyberpunk.
Yeah. So Anna just recently played Cyberpunk, and I would say that you're obsessed with it. And it's probably, what would you say, it's like your favorite game of all time?
Yes, for sure my favorite game of all time. So I watched the anime first and then played the game, and I'm actually really glad I did because there's a lot of stuff from the anime in the game.
And how many hours do you think you put in that game?
Oh my gosh, I put in probably like 120 hours, which I think you could put in even more if you did absolutely everything there is to do. I did a lot. I definitely did a lot. But let's just dive right into. You want to talk about the video game first, right?
Yeah. So like, your first impressions, like when you. So I mean, you're relatively new to gaming.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk is kind of a big game to get into. I think the learning curve is quite high. I mean, you can really do a lot with that game. Were you overwhelmed with that at all, or?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. It's definitely, if you're like kind of not used to gaming like you are, you're really into gaming, I think you can pick up games very easily. I like get on there and there's like so much customization. There's so much you can do in the game. Even just like the fighting in the game, there's so many controls and so much to do. So I got really overwhelmed and I actually like dropped the game for a second. And I was like, okay, actually this is too much. I don't want to do all this. I'm going to play a different game. And then the game that I ended up picking afterwards was like kind of boring, and I was like, all right, this sucks, let me go back and give this other game a try. And I'm so glad I did, because it became like my whole identity for like a whole month, and I was so obsessed with the game. So I ended up choosing you can do 3 different paths. I did a street kid, Anthony did a nomad, and then you could be a corpo.
Yeah, and I personally think nomad's the best. Sort of, I guess in my mind, that's what the real V would have been. It's just some guy who's just trying to find his place in the city and realizing maybe the city's not for him. But I don't know. That's my headcanon. That's why I think that's the best route. But what do you think?
Well, so I watched the anime first, right? So I'm like, okay, I want to be a street kid. I want to be like David Martinez. Like, that's the dream. Make it in Night City. So yeah, so I went the street kid route, and then you can like pick how you like want to build your character. Like, do you want to be a net runner? Do you want to be like someone who uses the Sandevistan, like the David Martinez build?
So what'd you end up doing?
I chose the net runner. I was like a net runner, kind of like sharpshooter build, and I think it's like the best build that you can be in Cyberpunk, because you can be like quick hacking people to death.
Well, you didn't even end up being a sharpshooter. You just ran around with a shotgun. So you would hack people and you would just run around with a shotgun whole time.
I was like the net runner Rebecca build.
Yeah. Which is, it was kind of fun watching her play, because it was, in my mind, kind of my second playthrough, because I would kind of watch and see her decisions, which would be different than mine sometimes, and just seeing how she would play through it. So that was really fun to watch, to kind of live vicariously through you again. It's kind of like when I was watching you watch Attack on Titan for the first time. That's the similarity there,
like
for me.
Like seeing the choices that I made. I don't make always the great choices in the game.
No, you don't.
Especially, I was like, I'm going to be this badass street kid. I'm not going to take shit from nobody. And honestly, if you play that way, you can make some really bad decisions.
Yeah, you could get people killed.
I did get people killed. But I was grinding. I took on like a whole nother personality in the game. Like, you pick up the language. I was like saying choom a lot.
Yeah, she was calling me choom and stuff. And
I'm like, I'm going to go kill some chooms. Like, I'm a real choom. Like, I got to get chromed up. Gonna go make some eddies. Like, this was I took on a whole nother identity.
Yeah,
I was grinding in the game.
Yeah, she would hack for loot, like at every vending machine or every console. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I wouldn't do that. I would just pick up loot from the bodies I killed.
I was like, I only care about getting more chrome. Like, I have to have like 5++ chrome in everything, all over my entire body.
You almost got there, right?
No, I did get there.
Oh, okay.
I was in the streets. I was gangbanging in the streets.
Yeah. trying to get the loot to chrome yourself up. And I'm pretty sure her character ended up stronger than my character because I didn't upgrade myself like she did. I was more focused on like just getting through the story, and if I was strong enough to get through an area, then I really didn't care to get like uber strong.
Dude, no. When you logged into yours and I saw your weak ass character, I was like, oh, this loser. My character would beat the shit out of your character.
So my character was kind of like, it was also kind of a hacker, but it was more of like a samurai build. I ran around with a katana a lot of the time. That was really fun. But yeah, I'd kind of switch it up from time to time and mess around with some guns. But just there's something satisfying about just running up to someone and chopping them up.
There's like some like extra skill that you can do where you can do those like cool finishers.
Yeah,
I think that's cool. That was definitely cool that I didn't have.
Yeah.
But I was quick hacking people. I wouldn't even go into a building. You could just like quick hack them through the cameras and kill like everybody. It was just so awesome.
I was impressed because once you picked up the game, like you really did understand like the mechanics pretty well. Like that was, for someone who doesn't play RPGs, and I was impressed. You were really like just running with it. But favorite character?
Favorite characters in the game. Yeah. Obviously Jackie. Jackie's a real one. Homie. It was like every decision I made, I had the homie in mind.
Yeah.
I was pouring one out for the homie like every chance I got.
Yeah.
You can go make a drink at the Afterlife, and it's called the Jackie Wells, and I would like always go get a drink before like a mission.
Yeah.
He was the
I
homie.
know that. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, absolutely. He's the reason that I was motivated to become the queen of Night City.
And anyone else?
I had to live out the dream that me and Jackie had always talked about. So Vic was a real one. He was giving me chrome when I didn't have money. He's a good dude. What about you? Who are your favorite characters?
Pan Am.
Oh, okay.
not for the reasons that you think. I mean, Pan Am is really such a solid character. She's motivated and she cares about her crew, and she goes at extreme lengths to be able to stand up for the crew that she reps with the Altocados. And she's a bad bitch, honestly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. You played a male V, so I know exactly why you like Pan Am. I played a female V, so me and Pan Am were besties.
Yeah.
We were girls.
Yeah. My favorite fixture was Mr. Hands. He's probably also one of my favorite characters. Yeah, he's. Okay. I mean, I don't know. He just seemed like he had more personality, and he seemed more confident. I mean, all the other ones seem really confident too, but I don't know. Maybe it's a recency bias because, he was the last fixer I had to deal with, with the DLC, but he's awesome.
So I did a female V, so you can only romance River and Judy. And this is kind of controversial because I think a lot of people liked romancing Judy, but she was really pissing me off at the beginning of the
you did
game.
not like Judy at all.
Because she demanded like a lot of stuff from me. She's like, do this now, do this for me.
Yeah.
And like we were not dating at the time. And I'm like, okay, girl, chill out.
Yeah, find my friend.
Just do this right now. And she's like talking shit on Jackie. I don't know if people remember that, but she like kind of talks shit.
Yeah.
She's like, you got your friend killed, bitch. I'm that choom. Like, don't mess with me.
Yeah. What about your friend?
And then 1 second after that, she's like, oh, yeah, by the way, go get my friend. Okay.
Yeah.
But she grows on me. I ended up romancing Judy. It's cool. You can get a special ending that way.
Yeah, and, River is one of my least favorite characters. I think his storyline is fun to play as far as, like, missions go. Him as a character, I was just like, you're just kind of like any other like do-gooder detective that I've seen before. I don't know. He just wasn't that original to me.
What? I liked River. I think River was great. He's just trying to save his nephew.
Yeah.
Do right by the city in a very, very corrupt city.
Yeah. I don't know. He just didn't. And I didn't like Carrie too. Carrie's really annoying.
No, I don't like Carrie.
Carrie's so annoying. He's just so over the top, and he is really that rock star who's really impulsive. And so I guess, as a character that is spot on, but it was just so like annoying to have to deal with. Like, this guy is just so impulsive.
There's this part in the game. So as a female V, you can't romance Carrie, but you like, there's a scene where you're like messing up a yacht and you fall on Carrie, and it kind of looks like you're making like a pass at him, and Carrie goes, no thanks, sweetie." And I'm like, bitch, I fell. I wasn't trying to. I don't want to romance you, Carrie. Get over yourself.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Keanu Reeves and his amazing performance as Johnny Silverhand. Honestly, I think this is like one of my favorite acting performances by Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. His delivery was just so good for Johnny Silverhand. I even forgot that it was Keanu Reeves at one point. I really believe like Johnny Silverhand was like a legitimate character, and he did such a good job delivering those lines. And I feel like because gaming is not as popular as like movies and shows, like I feel like there's just a whole population of people who won't be able to experience that performance by Keanu Reeves. It's so good. He's so good as Johnny Silverhand. They
are missing out on the performance of a lifetime. He's also one of the homies. Obviously you start off pretty rocky with Homeboy, but he becomes a part of you. You guys are besties.
Yeah, and then Idris Elba too. I mean, he did a good job in Phantom Liberty, the DLC.
The whole DLC is really cool because you can get different endings. You can do so much more. You can unlock like new skills, a whole nother like skill tree.
They added a lot.
Okay, I think we should talk about Easter eggs in the game.
Oh, yeah.
There's like a lot of references from the anime into the video game that I really liked. Like, so in the game, you can find like the Cyberpunk like logo. Not Cyberpunk, the Edgerunners. Yeah, you can find the Edgerunners logo, which like leads to like this whole thing where you can get David's jacket. And I was like so obsessed. I like wore the jacket for probably the majority of the game.
And it's cool how they talk about David in the game. Like, so David Martini is the main character in the anime. Because, like, they really make it seem like he's, like, some legend. Like, they were, like, really stirring the city at some point. And, and they have multiple Easter eggs.
You can also get Rebecca's shotgun. And you can, like, upgrade the shotgun, too. And I love Rebecca, so I was, like... And I use shotguns, like, for the majority of the game. So it was, like, perfect for me. And then, so there's also like this memorial in the game where you can go to. It's like where they have like a grave, and you can find these memorials, and it looks like Lucy wrote them. And it's just so sad when I read them. I'm like, oh my gosh. So there's one for David. There was one for Rebecca. There's one for Maine and the whole crew. And it's just, I just love that little detail.
Yeah. And they're like personalized messages to each person, which makes it really, that much, I guess, sweeter, or I guess impressive that they put that much detail into it.
Yeah, there's just there's so much stuff, and I just really love it. And then seeing like, so I watched the anime first, right? So then seeing characters like Adam Smasher's like a big deal in the anime, and then seeing him in the video game and you get to actually fight him, and I'm like, this is like way more personal than you realize. Adam Smasher, like this is for David, this is for Rebecca. In the anime, he's that guy.
Yeah, he's like scary.
He's a legend. He's an impossible fictional character in their minds, like because he's just so crazy. And then when I fight him, even in the video game, when you first see him, he's like kind of scary and like has like a serious aura. And then when you fight him, by the time I fought him, like literally I had chromed up my body to the max.
That's true.
All of my weapons, essentially. All my weapons were like crazy. So like I defeated him pretty easily. Yeah. And I just don't know. I did multiple endings, so I got to like go back and kill him multiple times, and I would choose different guns to like, I don't know, have this moment. Like I killed him with Rebecca's shotgun one time.
Satisfying.
I killed him with Johnny's gun one time. I think one time I just punched him. Like I don't know, I just had to like make it mean something. Yeah.
It makes the game that much more fun too when you have context behind these moments.
And also the whole thing Johnny being this construct. Adam Smasher says that line in the anime. He tells David Martinez, you would have made an interesting construct. And when I first watched the anime, I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, I didn't even understand it. And then when you play the video game, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what that is.
You know, I don't think that there is a franchise that integrates a show and a game that well.
Yeah.
Like, they really do just, like, share the same world. Like, scenes from the show are actual places in the game. Like, that is impressive that they put that much effort to honor the game when they made the show. So, shout out to the studio who did that.
Even the songs. So, like, that song that was in the game, you can just like hear it on the radio. They then put it into the show.
Yeah.
And I love that song. I'm so obsessed with it. I played it on repeat for like a long time.
Yeah. In the game, I wish that you could have gone to the moon, like in the show. And I thought that with the DLC, we would be able to do that. And you get really close. You get really close, but you actually don't get to go to the moon, which is kind of sad. But that would have been a really cool addition.
That's a good tie-in into so we can talk about the endings of the game now. So spoiler alert, if you haven't played the game, or at least you haven't finished the game, you just like skip ahead. But so what was your favorite ending?
My favorite ending is the one with Pan Am. That's the ending that I ended up with. I felt like it fit the whole nomad path, you know, because in my mind, I think story-wise and lore-wise, it's kind of cool to have this thought that, you know, V is this former nomad going into the city trying to make a name for himself, and then he gets spit back out of the city and he leaves as a nomad with a new family and crew. And I think that's just, you know, that really is just kind of cool. And it's a testament to how unforgiving Night City can be, you know?
Yeah.
No one has happy endings in Night City, so you better leave. Leave it all behind. Just get out of there. No one survives.
I did all of the endings to really get a good experience.
That's how much she loved the game. She had to just play through it multiple times.
Yeah, I did all the endings. We'll talk about the DLC endings first. So okay. I did the one I sided with Songbird first, and she has this whole plan that we're gonna like go to the moon and do whatever. Somebody's gonna cure us on the moon, and we get there. By the way, like not easy. Like you have to like essentially attack a whole airport to get there, and it's like a really big deal. Mm-hmm. And then we get to like the rocket ship, and she's like, oh, by the way, like I'm a lying bitch, and only I'm going to the moon to be saved. There's only one spot, and you're not going to the moon, and I just used you this whole time to help me out. And I'm like, oh bitch, you really got the wrong one. Actually, I'm a real troom in these streets, and I don't take with double crossings.
Yeah, you didn't like that very much.
No, I was like, I'm turning you in immediately. Yeah, I don't play like that.
Yep.
And so I turn her in to read, and I'm like, sorry, girl, you don't really fuck with me. I even was like, listen, had she been honest from the beginning, being like, hey, I only have a chance to save myself, I'm a very I'm a very generous person. I would have definitely helped you out, sis. But the lying, the betrayal had me like taking on a whole airport. Yeah. Sis, you really got the wrong one. So I ended up not letting her get on the rocket ship, and I turned her into Reed, and Reed's like, oh, we're gonna help her, whatever. Okay, that's like not my problem. I don't give a shit what you do to her. And then they offer you, they're like, okay, we can help you. Mm-hmm. And like you said, that's the ending sucks. Like you can't have like any chrome, and it's like 2 years later, and all your friends like don't give a fuck about you anymore.
I didn't even bring that up. Yeah, everyone just kind of moves on without you, which is really depressing.
So I got the cat, right? Mm-hmm. So I did the thing where you can like go get a cat, and so I had the cat living in my apartment. Dude, you get like a text or like whatever, and it's like, we had to like get your cat. Like also you're evicted, and we had to get your cat, and the cat's been removed.
You haven't been making any payments.
That was the first thing I thought when I woke up. I was like, my cat, what happened to my cat after 2 years? And then so then you watch all the voicemails, and everyone like is pissed at you. You call up all your friends, And they're like, you didn't contact me for 2 years. Yeah, I was unwell.
I was in a coma.
I was in a coma. Sorry. Like, I didn't do it on purpose. So that ending kind of sucks. Is that the one where you go back to see Vic?
Yeah, and you run into Misty.
You go back to see Vic, and poor Vic, he had to like sell out because that was like his only option. I get jumped on my way out of seeing Vic. Some literal street trash jumps me, and I'm like, do you guys know who I am?
Yeah.
Like, I was that bitch, okay? And I get jumped because I have no chrome. And
You
I'm
called
like,
it too. You were like, I'm going to get jumped by someone because I'm some weakling now.
no, I'm like, literally, I have no chrome. I can't walk around these streets.
Yeah.
Like, these streets are dangerous. I would know. I was the danger in the streets.
Yeah.
And then, Misty. She's a real one. If we're talking a true soul in Night City, there's not a lot of those. But Misty, she was the one.
And you actually didn't like her at first as well.
I take back everything I said about you, Misty.
Yeah.
I just was like, girl, Misty, ain't nobody want to hear about the tarot cards. Like, really missed me with that. Like, I'm out here busy doing choom stuff, okay?
Yeah.
But no, Misty, I take it back. You were a real one. She picked me up off the street, and I was like, Misty, what am I gonna do? And she's like, girl, you're just a regular now. Like, she's like, I'm a regular.
Yeah.
She's like, you just don't be in these streets anymore. Like, if you hear gunshots, just run away, girl.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh,
And
this
she
isn't
leaves.
me. She's like, yeah, I'm going to Argentina or wherever she goes.
She leaves Night City.
I thought she was going to ask me to come with her, and I was about to hop in the car with her and go.
If I had that decision, I probably would have gone with her too.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And so I'm just a side character in the background now.
A literal side character, like the camera like pans away and you just kind of blend in and you're like, oh my gosh, this is
this is not me. This is not Jackie's
this is
dream.
not what Jackie wanted.
So that was
Depressing.
one of the endings I chose. Terrible.
Yeah.
There's an ending where you can just like choose to like off yourself and like not do anything.
That might be also one of the worst.
That one's probably the worst one. No. I know which one's the worst one, and I don't think that one is. But yeah, so I did that where you just like take the pill and off yourself. Nothing happens. It really that's everyone in the voicemail is like, what the hell?
So what's your favorite ending then?
My favorite ending. Okay, so I think the Pan Am ending is good. Mm-hmm. And if you romance Judy and you call her before the mission, she'll go with you.
Yeah, so Judy and Pan Am.
And you get this whole other like dialogue and like cutscene that like you get to go talk to Judy and she comes with you. And I think that one's my second favorite.
Okay.
It's very cute. It's very happy. It's very like we're riding off into the sunset together, which is cool, I guess. My favorite ending, hands down, is the one where you take Rogue with you.
Yeah.
And you get the like Queen of the Afterlife ending. Hands down the best ending for me.
And why?
Okay, so I'm Street V. I chose to be Street V, and me and Jackie, we were gonna be like
Chooms.
the chooms of Night City. We were gonna run this city.
Yeah.
And I think that one you get the ending that's more in line with like Jackie and yours dream.
Yeah.
Because like you bring Rogue, poor Rogue. I mean, spoiler, Rogue gets smashed by Adam Smasher.
Yeah, her head gets stomped.
Okay, but let me just tell you this. I'm not that sad about it because
Why?
Because one, she sold out after Johnny died. Rogue sells out. How the fuck do you think she became the queen of the afterlife?
Yeah.
She sold out, and she like worked with Adam Smasher. She a whole ass bitch. Yeah. I mean, I get it. It's Night City. I understand. I know the grind. So like, I don't feel that bad for her. Also, Rogue is old, dude. The woman has to be like 70 or something.
I think she's 90.
Whatever, like she's old. So
she doesn't look it though.
She lived a life, okay? She's not like some young person. You're old, okay? Whatever.
Time is done.
Honestly, I think she paid her debt to Johnny. Like,
that's one way of putting it.
I don't think it was that sad. So Rogue dies, whatever. And then you can choose, like, you and Johnny, in a lot of these endings, you and Johnny choose who like gets to come back to the body, and then who like goes and lives in the internet with Alt. I don't know, goes and lives wherever with Alt Cunningham. Mm-hmm. And so if you choose like Johnny will be like, yeah, I'll go. It's your body. You go live in it. So if you choose that, then you wake up in the apartment. This is another Easter egg. In the apartment that David Martinez gets after he makes it big in the anime. You wake up in that apartment and you're like the shit. Like you're that, I'm that girl. I live in this nice ass apartment. Since I romanced River, you wake up next to River. And I'm still dying, but like, you know, I'm still that girl though. Like it's cool. And then you like take a flying car to your freaking job. So I go to the club in my flying car because I'm a baller now. And I walk in and everyone's like, hey boss, what's up? My cat is on the fucking counter. I'm like, this is the life.
You're essentially the guy, the legend. You're
I'm a
the
legend
in the streets and, you know, in the afterlife. And
I broke into Arasaka, killed Adam Smasher.
Yeah, that was the goal.
They gonna be talking about me forever. And then you like, I don't know, you go do some mission on the moon and this guy's like, I can help you if you like do whatever. So like it ends in this like very ambiguous way that like maybe I can be cured through some sort of other means. But yeah, that shit's cool.
And you know, death, when you put it that way, like dying within, you know, the amount of time that you have left really doesn't sound as bad because you've accomplished a lot. I mean, you've accomplished, you know, what a lot of street kids probably wanted to accomplish. So like, you know, you did your part, and if you go, well, at least you did that. At least you became a legend on the streets. Jackie will be proud.
Worst ending. Now let me tell you this. This is the worst ending. Is if you go make a deal with Hanako and you let Arasaka help you. That's the worst. That's the
because
worst
you
ending.
become an experiment. You have no freedom.
That ending is so like I feel like I was going crazy during that ending because they come and they like put you on some like space station and do these weird experiments on you, and it's very repetitive and you're just like trapped in the same room doing the same thing over and over again until finally you're like, I can't do this anymore.
I literally was thinking to myself when I played it, is like, this, I can't, like, I want this to end. Like, this is not fun anymore.
No, I was like, please stop. Like, I'm going to turn off the computer. And they, at the end, they're basically like, we can't help you right now, but we can help you in the future. But you have to become the property of Arasaka, and we're going to put you on ice in the meantime. And that one's like the worst, because if you sign this contract, and now you're like Arasaka property, which is like the worst thing you could be.
Yeah.
And then you just go and they put you on ice, and that's you. That's how it ends.
But speaking of endings, I have a really awkward story or awkward moment when I spoke to a fellow Cyberpunk fan about endings. So we were at a Comic-Con and I cosplayed as David Martinez. I had the jacket. I even had like the makeup for the chrome that looked like I had chrome. And I had someone come up to me and they were like, oh my gosh, I love your cosplay. Are you going to download the Phantom Liberty DLC? Let me preface this as well. I started the game, but like I wasn't even that far into it. I was really just like at the very beginning and I didn't really know what was going to happen. And, you know, I didn't want to seem like a fraud, but I absolutely was a fraud. And I like just played into it. I was like, oh yeah, like I'm really excited for DLC. I have no idea what they're going to add. And then he asks me, so what ending did you get?
Did he ask you if you finished the game?
No, he
asked you what ending first.
He said, yeah, like what ending did you get? Because I did this ending. And
God forbid you tell him you just haven't finished the game.
I don't know. I panicked, and I didn't, for some reason, didn't think I could be honest with him and say, hey, I haven't finished the game yet. I could have just easily said, hey, I'm playing the game right now. I just haven't finished. I couldn't. I don't know why. I don't know why I couldn't just be honest with him. But then I told him I don't remember what ending I got. Because there's just so much going on. I just, I really don't remember. And the guy like kind of looked at me funny, and he probably saw through my bullshit.
He's probably like, how do you not remember what ending you got?
Yeah, it was incredibly awkward.
You
I
played
felt
100
bad.
hours and you don't remember what the outcome was.
Yeah, exactly. I was so embarrassed, but he was cool about it. And we went about our ways, and
Anyway, let's dive into the anime. So the anime is like one of my favorite animes. I absolutely love the show. I think that playing the game just like reignited my love for the show. So what are who are your favorite characters in the anime?
I like Maine. He's cool.
Really? Okay.
Wait, why?
Yeah.
What's wrong with Maine?
I like Maine, but like I don't know. Okay, I get it. But for some reason, a lot of people in the anime really like throw away their whole lives just to get more Chrome.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. In the video game, that was actually me.
Yeah.
I was doing that. I was grinding really hard to get like all the best Chrome.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't go cyber psycho, so
That's true.
but yeah, I didn't get like, you know, these people are like throwing away everything.
Yeah.
And they know that they're having these problems and they like refuse to like downgrade their Chrome.
It's like a train wreck that you know is about to happen, but you can't do anything to stop it.
They're addicted to the Chrome, man.
Yeah.
And I get it. I understand the grind. I was in the streets too.
Yeah.
I know. I would say my favorite character is Rebecca. I love Rebecca.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Rebecca's awesome. She's
I love
a real
Rebecca.
one.
There's just so much to talk about Rebecca. She's a real one.
Yeah.
She's a good friend, a good sister.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's so sad though because she starts to like crush on David after
She's in love with David.
after Lucy goes on a hiatus,
Yeah.
and then she starts to fall in love with David. Oh my gosh, and her like trying to flirt and like get David is just too funny to me. And it's so sad because she knows that David's truly in love with Lucy, and that's just like not gonna happen between her and David. Oh. And she accepts it, and she knows. And her ending, oh, why? This freaking sad ass anime.
Adam Smasher doing his thing.
The whole theme of Night City is like nobody wins in Night City. Like there's only like unhappy endings in Night City, and it's just so true. But so in the works, they're saying that they're gonna come out. The writers making like another story to
Cyberpunk 2.
And I love how everyone would like refuse to believe that David was actually dead.
Yeah. There's like these conspiracy theories on the internet, like, oh, we don't actually know if David's dead.
And it's not far-fetched.
It's not.
In the video game, Johnny Silverhand becomes a construct. Like, it's very easy. And Am Smasher even mentions it in the show. Like David could be that, and we could see him again. Psych! No, the first thing they said was David's dead in the trailer.
The trailer for season 2, the first frame says David is dead.
David's dead, get over it. I'm okay, you didn't have to like rub salt in my wound.
It's like they were
out.
listening to the fans. They were on the internet, and they just squashed all those theories, and I think that's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Some fourth wall breaking there.
I get it though. Like honestly, it's a really good story as it is, and we need to just move on from that
move
story.
on. Give us a new set of characters, and I'm excited to see what. Apparently, it's going to be even sadder, according to the creators. So.
I don't think I can watch that. Like I know it's gonna be fire, but it just I'm not over the sadness from the first episode or from the first season. How am I gonna watch the next one? Yeah. The ending of Cyberpunk is like Lucy when she goes to the moon. And like pictures David, and then they play the song, like the song. I'm just bawling my eyes out.
You know what really made me sad in the show is when, you know, it's the very last episode, he's become, you know, full on cyber psycho, and he calls out to his mom, and he's like, hey, look, Mom, I made it to the top of Arasaka Tower. That one almost got me. That one really...
Like, why?
I felt it in my chest when he said that. I felt like the lump in my throat.
I think everybody should watch the show. And like you said, it's only like 12 episodes.
It's only 12 episodes.
So it's really
easy.
Sweet and easy.
Yeah. A lot of action, great animation. We watched it dubbed, and the voice acting was really, really good.
When we were in Japan, they actually played that song, like the song, in one of the bars in Japan. And I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And the bartender's like, you know this song? I'm like, of course I do.
Yeah.
It's so sad. And we were with some other foreigners, but they were like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't even.
Yeah.
Like, you don't understand. This is very emotional.
Yeah. There were some Japanese people who like were surprised that we even knew what anime was. I wore like an Attack on Titan shirt, and some Japanese person was like, Shingeki no Kyojin, you know that? You've seen it?
They would be
They were like surprised.
One of the Japanese bartenders like told me, actually a lot of people told me that their favorite anime was Apothecary Diaries. And I was like, oh my gosh, me too. That's my favorite. And they were literally shocked that I even watched the show.
Yeah. Like, you know what that is?
You know what that is? We walked into a like vintage store and I was like, oh, do you guys have like any anime t-shirts? And they like didn't understand what I was saying. And then they had to like look some stuff on their phone and they're like, are you talking about Japanese anime?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. They're like, really? You want that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. And they're like, yeah, we don't sell that. Okay.
By the way, I got this Akira shirt from Japan.
I got this Sailor Moon shirt from Japan.
With that, we will end this episode. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Anime Novice Podcast. Just search that, and we will see you at the next episode. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.